Dr. Ben, now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry.
Alright folks, today we are going to be talking about builds of Ultimate Shipyard for your battle pirates. First thing I want to show, so that we can get this show early, is the Halo missile. It has a total of 900 damage with a 12-second reload. Now, only 300 explosive damage, which basically comes out to almost over 70% of the damage from a Halo missile is penetrating, not explosive. A lot of people keep getting confused as whether the Javelin itself also has explosive damage. I would like to point out that it does not. Okay? It has a total of 1600 damage, which is ballistic, and then it has a missile damage of 324, which is again penetrating damage. Now the reason why I show this is because a lot of people get confused when they're making their defenses on their ships. Now DUS3 only gives you a ballistic damage increase, not missile, and also accuracy. Now it has been confirmed by one of the moderators on the forums that the accuracy does not get actually added. The top is 100 accuracy is the maximum. It does not go to 140. Okay, so that being said, you want a variety of both javelins and halos. You don't want to put too many javelins or too many halos because there are ways to get around one or the other. Okay, now the first build I'm going to show is the build that I already have on my Tridents. Now, Tridents were offered in this last raid. For people who are starting to get raid ships, this is the best ship to get or to have gotten. The reason why is because it works in every possible way. It works in a base, it works as base defense, and it works wonderfully in raiding. Now, you see here that I have 8 out of 10 weapons are Shock L, doing a total of 6,300 damage. I have a total armor of 10,000. Now, one of my armors is 1750 ballistic defense. The other are 600 armor points, ballistic defense 10%. Now the reason why I do this is because I fight a lot of bases that have javelins, and I prefer having a very high javelin defense. Now for my specials, I do have alloyed armor MC3. It gives me missile defense and ballistic speed system 3 for the turning, and explosive shells 3. You can fit a total of 5 in your fleet with 23 tons available. It is a perfect fit. It is beautiful. I have used this fleet, and the damage that it does to turrets, it is just unbelievable. It melts them down in 2 sprays. That is the first build. That is the easiest build. As you can see, it takes 9 days, 1 hour. I mean, it's amazingly fast. Most of it is just the actual hull. Okay, the second hull is a little bit more what I like to call raid friendly. This is what I like to say that is going to be probably one of the best raid builds ever. The reason why is because it has an extremely high ballistic defense while still having nice missile defense. I didn't mention in my last one that Tridents come with a base defense of 50% missile resistance, which is amazingly good. Now, again, armor, all ballistic defense, all 1750. because in the raid, the only thing you cannot stop are ballistic. Missiles can be shot down and mortars can be shot down. Now I have 3 level 3 Phalanx anti-missiles, which is more than enough with these 2 ships to do the damage, or to shoot down any missile that comes at you. It has been shown that 5 of them pretty much bring down 90% of all the missiles shot at you at a 65 Draconian outpost. Now, I use the V mortars mainly because of the speed boost. It brings you up to 18. Now, the reason why I like that is because you can go in really fast, hit it, and come back out just as fast. Now, the damage on these is 12,000 on any building, meaning that if you hit the first building there, it's going to kill everything around it. Now, as far as special, again, speed system, layered armor 3 for extra ballistic defense, an extra 66%, and countermeasure equipment 3. You guys know why, so that these guys never ever miss. Now this is a raid fleet. I add an extra 3 super fortresses. You can put the super fortress, you can put speed system 3 and pulse streaming 3 for extra map speed. It doesn't really matter because these guys are going to be controlling the map speed at 30. So again, regardless, you can do that. Next hull is my DNX base hitter. Now my DNX base hitter, I love it because it is the kind of fleet that can slaughter almost anything. The only thing I have problems with is low level bases because I go in and they'll have victory mortars, and as you can see, I only have 1 Hailstorm anti-mortar B, and that's not nowhere near enough to stop 3 or 4 victory mortars. I mean, it's barely enough to stop 1. The armor on it is 1750 Symphonite armor D4C, again 1750 ballistic armor. You have 2 of them, and 2 1750 missile defense. Now one of the specials is alloyed armor MC3, again 45 missile defense, 45 ballistic, high explosive shell. Now this is where this fleet takes the high ground. This is where he wins. The high shelf explosive gives you an extra splash of 25, plus you naturally have 25 splash on your Dreadex from base build. This is just what comes with it. Then these guys are the S mortars. They have the highest splash out of all the siege mortars. They are 18 splash damage, which means that they have a much better area of coverage. 18, while everyone else is just 12. Now, the reason why this is awesome is because whenever you hit 1 turret, you will splash damage to everything around it, including up to maybe an extra 2 turrets away. Enough of these falls without bombards blocking them, and you will clear out 2 to maybe 3 turrets by just aiming at 1 in a full circle. So you can get up to maybe even 5 to 6 turrets at once. Now, this is the latest trick that we have picked up. I am showing it mainly because I do want people to know this, because my base has not been leveled in over a month and a half, and I'm getting bored. So, in order to help people, I will give them a little strategy. You put a Spectre in with speed, battery, no cat, and only 1 weapon so that you can fit it in. Speed system to increase it. Now the speed on this guy is 17, while on my DNX is 14. This guy is always going to be ahead because the range is only 16 to 55, as you can see here. Now the reason why I do this is because you're going to send this ship out ahead. Now if the person you're fighting has any javelins, every single weapon is going to be firing at this Spectre. They're not going to be firing to your DNX. So even if you surface and it dies, you have saved a minute and a half of hitting on your DNX. A minute and a half is almost enough to get into a full base. So again, this is a little trick that I'm picking up. I still haven't had a chance to really test it out. I did it on the raid itself, and it worked beautifully with only one DNX. I was able to fit it with all the weapons, all the siege weapons. Now the Spectre itself does not do any damage, it's just there to take the damage. Alright. Now this is another build that is also primarily for bases. Now the reason why is because I have laser in here and alloyed armor. Again, 1750 ballistic resistance. You have a total of 6 siege missile left, which can be replaced by any other missiles, any other siege missiles. It does not have to be F. It can be A, it can be V, or it can be E. It does not matter. Now the reason why I use F is because naturally F is the nicest one. It does a total damage of 10,000 building damage. Now guys, you gotta understand, a turret is only 12,000. So one ship can kill one turret. That's it. That is why these are so nice. Phalanx level 2, level 3s on both ships. That's it. And 2 anti-mortars. Now, this, again, same thing. Spectre in the head, it will block 80% of almost every damage. Now these are a lot longer build. This is a 22-day build, but I honestly believe that it's worth it. It has 15.5 health, 15,000 health. So you are going to be doing some serious damage. It has 77% missile defense, so on an all Halo base, this is still going to kick ass. It has 67% ballistic resistance. Now the reason why I like laser is because it increases your accuracy by 60%, and you need accuracy. Alright, let's go to the next one. The next one is pretty much the raid fleet. This is going to be with 4 siege missiles, 4 of strike missiles, and 2 phalanx on each ship. Now this is on 2 ships, only 2. Again, 1750, 2 of them, times 3, 1250, is going to give you a nice armor of 13,007. Now this guy is different. This guy is what I like to call the stopper. This guy has 7 level 3 anti-missiles. It's going to stop absolutely every missile fired at you. Every single one. No questions about it, no ifs or buts. Also, you want to use countermeasures and layered armor, because you're not going to get hit by missiles and you're not going to get hit by mortars. You're only going to get hit by ballistics. So you want your ballistics to be 80%. Always. Now, this ship right here is going to stop every mortar, every missile that comes at you. And it has the most armor. It has a total of 14,600 armor. So, again, it's just an unstoppable machine. You put your super fortresses in here for extra rest. You're talking about a lot of rest that you're going to be getting just from these ships. Now, I will put a link on the bottom in the comments so that you guys can see exactly how these builds work. Now, these builds are also doable with Mercuries, which work wonderfully. I'm gonna put a link of it so that you guys, in case you don't have Tridents and you only have Mercs, you can still do raids. They can still take level 65 people. All you need to do is know how to use them. Okay? If there's any questions, just put them in the comments, and as soon as I get a chance and I'll see them, I'll answer them. I hope this helps. If you have any questions on strategies, look at my videos, my recent videos. I've gotten a little bit better. So, okay. Well, have a good day, and I hope everybody likes this video. Later.